Hi, my name is Caden, and this is my service learning project. So, food insecurity is an issue that's plagued society for a very long time. But as of late, the issue's only grown out of control due to inflation and public policy. So, in Southern Nevada alone, 1 in 7 Nevadans and 1 in 4 children actually experience some sort of food insecurity. So, the goal of my service this semester was to help combat the effects of food insecurity as well as analyze the issues from a sort of community versus individual and duty perspective. So, the organization that I helped with is called Project 150. They are a charitable organization that was founded in 2011. They operate a food bank as well as like a clothing donation center, and they actually focus specifically on high school age students. So I've had the pleasure of volunteering at Project 150. I mostly prepared food bags, among other tasks and stuff like that. So the methods for my service research, it was really easy to connect to Project 150. They're one of the bigger, well, they're not super big, but they're one of the more notable food banks here in Nevada. And they have a very, very well organized website. It makes it super simple for you to register as a volunteer. So after you create an account, you're able to check out their calendar, see what dates are available, what tasks there are. You register, you sign up for the tasks, and you get your shift time, the location, and then you also get confirmation emails. So they make it really easy to volunteer. And then for news research, I try to look to articles related to food security, specifically in Southern Nevada, also because I was looking at this from a perspective of a community. But I looked for mostly fact-based, unbiased articles or articles that acted as primary sources and tell us of like firsthand experiences of those struggling with food insecurity. I like to find articles with little commentary on the issue. I think that when an author mostly prevents facts or quotes from other people, it allows you to kind of draw your own conclusions, and I think that's kind of better for analysis, so that's the direction that I went with it. To review my service research a little bit, so lately, especially now, food insecurity is a byproduct of inflation, different public policies, and factors that realistically are largely out of our control as individuals. At least in the span of a semester, they are. So therefore, my service wasn't actually fighting food insecurity, but helping to assist those who are suffering from it. And that's where I draw a lot of the analysis on community from. So this, of course, led me to think about our role as individuals in the community and whether it was our responsibility to help those in need. So when I volunteered, I worked with this thought. Food insecurity is a problem that affects the community. As part of the community, I have a responsibility to help those individuals affected by it. So I believe that when we are in a position to help someone, we should, especially when we belong to the same community. So my volunteering has taught me that if I'm in a position to help others, I need to do so. Our culture could benefit from a little more human decency, and it all starts with the individual, of course. So when I went and volunteered, I tried to keep that in my mind, knowing that, okay, what I'm doing may not actually be helping to solve the problem, but I am helping the people affected by it because there are members of our community that are suffering, so we have to do our part to actually show them some relief and help them where we can. So that's the view that I kind of took when I did my service. A little quick review of the news. One overarching theme was clear, and that was that inflation is the primary cause of food insecurity. Rising prices of food are making it harder for struggling families to afford food. High inflation everywhere, paired with stagnant income, makes it harder to live in general. So food insecurity really is just a side effect of deeper issues within our society. And food insecurity is only growing. Programs like food stamps aren't enough anymore, and food banks are seeing a downturn in donations. If something isn't done soon, food insecurity will continue to rise. And it's tough when the root cause goes so much deeper than just a lack of food or lack of access to food. It's something that realistically that we can't change. Still have to figure out what I'm doing for touchstones. But in conclusion, food insecurity is a huge problem. And unfortunately, it's not one that can be solved overnight. So in the meantime, we need to do what we can as members of the community to help mitigate the effects of a deep-rooted issue. Although our actions may seem trivial because they do not help solve the actual problem, our community will feel relief and we will be better people because of it. If you are in a position to help. If you're in a position to donate, then donate. Times are hard for everyone, but as members of the community, we can make it through hard times together. We as individuals have a personal responsibility to help others. We will be better people for it. It helps us develop. It makes us socially responsible. It makes us better global citizens. I mean, these are our members of our community that are suffering. And so while we can't go to the root and solve the problem overnight, there are things we can do to help, because if you are in a position to do so, I believe that you should. Thank you.